Today, if you can believe it, marks 22 years since the September 11th terror attacks on America. Still to this day, the deadliest terror attacks ever on U.S. soil.
A remembrance ceremony was held at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center today to pay tribute to those who died that day and to first responders who have died in the line of duty since. News 19's Zoe Henry was there and has more.
So the story is very simple. Resolve, never forget the fallen, United Nation of One.
Dan Hennigan is the president of the South Carolina 9/11 Remembrance Foundation. The foundation organizes a ceremony each year to recognize lives lost during the terrorist attacks in 2001, while honoring state first responders who lost their lives in the line of duty.
Our soldiers and our first responders, they protect us. And if we don't provide that same kind of acceptance and support, then we're going to have a very fractured world.
As bells rang to mark the time of each plane's impact, the White Knoll High School choir sang of sorrow, and state and local leaders spoke of how to continue moving forward, including Governor Henry McMaster.
Likewise, perhaps a few of us here today were present in New York, but all of us share the shock and horror of that day through images on television and replayed over and over and over again.
The ceremony unveiled new names of those who lost their lives in the line of duty in the last year.
Master Police Officer Tyrell Owens Riley, Columbia Police Department. Lieutenant Michael Wood, Newberry Police Department. James M. Muller, Irmo Fire Department.
I lost my brother, Brian Warner, in the towers when they fell on 9/11 in 2001.
I'm actually a 9/11 survivor. I was in the buildings when it was falling. I was 5 years old, so I kind of remember this as if it happened yesterday.
Together, hearing the same sounds, remembering the same day. In Columbia, Zoe Henry, News 19, WLTX.
Well, this is the 13th year of the South Carolina 9/11 Remembrance Foundation holding this event. And now the group of 19 men that hijacked these planes also tried to crash a fourth into another building, but the passengers on that aircraft fought back and the plane crashed into an empty field in Pennsylvania. Close to 17,000 people were in the World Trade Center when the planes hit. As a result, 2,977 people were killed and thousands were injured as a direct result of those plane crashes.
Well, a volunteer firefighter who survived the September 11th terror attacks is now on a mission today. He says he's trying to break the stigma surrounding mental health and PTSD, and it says it's something that he knows about all too well. His name is Rob Weisberg, and he has a service dog that is trained to recognize certain cues of PTSD. He's a volunteer firefighter who nearly lost his life on 9/11 while helping others, and since then he says he's struggled a lot with survivor's guilt and also with PTSD. But after connecting with an organization called Paws of War that trains dogs to work with first responders and with veterans with PTSD, he says he's healing. Weisberg raised money for the organization while raising awareness for PTSD.
Break the stigma, okay? Get people comfortable with the idea of saying, I'm having a problem, I'm going to get help.
Now, Weisberg says it took him more than 2 decades, but he is finally able to sleep through the night, and his message to others is to never give up and keep trying to heal.